Okay, guys, hello. It is full recap for May 5th. All right, today we have a lot of fun in the markets, and let's do a small recap to what we did early on as the market was dropping from this 41.76. As we open the market today, one of the good things we did was before going, of course, to our power hour at 11. I told you last night to start looking for those numbers. There were a couple of trades that I did early on in the morning as we opened. Let me show you what happened at exactly 9:30 this morning. So 9:30 took one of the first trades that we did, uh, was going long the 57 back to the 62, and then another one back to 65 as we were dropping the market. This morning, overnight low for this morning was around 55, and then we drop on during the B period, but on the way back up inside of it, we took a couple of trades from 57 to 65. We did really well there. Then I closed that trade though, and as the market came to that 54 number and below, which was the 52, I have told the members in the room to be on the lookout for those numbers. As a matter of fact, one of my very good friends and very nice trader that we have from the UK, he was waiting for that 5150 number out of the ES. Unfortunately, the lowest we got was the 52. That was pretty close. And I was out just for a minute out of the office, and the thing just popped. When I came back, we were already long 59s, so I have to go and get my trade from 59 to the 65 number for the Emini. So a couple of things we did, and I gave a side note to the guys that were in the room as to what I was looking for to go long again. And I was waiting to reload at the 6260s. This was the last trade for the morning that I took from 60 back to 77. I mean, back to, excuse me, 67 number. You guys recall I explained what 67 number was yesterday, 41.67 on that ES. Having a wide initial balance, it was calling for us to be right inside of it most of the day, and that's exactly what happened. We were able to break out during the F period, almost close the gap, which was pretty nice, but then reversed completely, as you can see, all the way back to the lows of the day around the 41.55. Then we went to the Power Hour Live at 11 a.m. We went on YouTube Live, and we did very good. I mean, we were sitting on the ES. Let me put the graphic here. We were sitting here for a while on this 67 number right at 11 a.m. You can see how the market at around 11 is actually 10 for me because I am on the central time. Right at 11, we were sitting right at that 67 number. And there goes how one of my traders at 11:30 took that long on that E-mini, exiting all the way at 41.77. So we were targeting the open for today, and then we were targeting the 79 and ultimate, the close of the gap, which was 80, and then the T+2. We couldn't get there, which is fine. We didn't grab the whole move, but from 67 to 79, that gave you about 12 points. $1,200 on the ES live during the power hour that you were able to take that trade. So what do we have now? I mean, actually, he got out 8 points here. He got a couple of points here. He got 31 pips on the oil. There was another beautiful trade, beautiful setup on oil that we also gave you some good insights during the power hour. So great. 41.79 was hit, and then we just start rotating back. I did a couple of long trades after that. Took a little break. When I came back to it, here is my trade on oil. I will revisit that with you guys in a minute. We collected about $1,000 on that thing, back to the 66, and now I think it's back at 65 and 15 cents currently on the oil. So what did we do? I took the oil from the 66.20 all the way to the 65.72. even, and this gave us some pretty good chunk. Now went back to the ES, and I told you the ES is retreating, right? So I was waiting for the 72 to go long again the market, which I did. I went long 42. They filled my order. It was a really tight stop, but then the market was not moving. It was not going absolutely anywhere. So what did I do? I closed it at break even. I think I made 1 point on the trade. I closed it around 73 because the market was not going anywhere during I and JK period. I and JK, we were stuck here on this 70, 72, which was a very good decision because I started seeing the market. There was no traction at all. So what to do right after that? I took a long, which was a much better entry at 68, which was right about here during the J period low. Took an entry, and we started moving higher back to the 74. That was my target. 6 handles, very tight stop on that thing, and we did capture every single target for the Emini. What to expect for it tonight? I mean, a couple of ideas that I've been giving you guys over right here, the guys in the room, were the fact that the Emini was, why did I trade? Some of you guys were asking me, why did you take that 68 long on the JK, I mean HNI JK period? Because we did have this 41.67 that I told you on the video from last night. Okay, that 41.67, 41.68 gave me the confidence to go long and go back to those 74. That is how I was able to capture those additional 8 points or 6 points, whatever it was, 6 points. Then oil. Oil this morning, as we were trading in the room, we were live and we were printing 66.20s. We were stuck here during the G period right at 11. And what happened was oil started giving us very nice move from 66.20. 66.45, I missed it as we were opening the room back to the 66 number. But then the next one I did not. And then I told you guys in the room, hey, start looking for 66.20 because I will short the 66.20 number. And I mentioned to you guys my small reward, I mean, my small risk, excuse me. Let me go back to that chart for you to see it. Look what we did here as we open this figure. Look, here is my risk, very small risk. And this was my first reward. This was the first target, which was 55.70. And the next target was the $65 even number that I mentioned. That was the top of the gap that we left last week. So guys, I mean, everything was plain and simple this morning, both trades, oil and the trade on the E-mini. So let me take you to what exactly happened on that oil trade and why we were targeting this 65.70, which was actually yesterday's settle. We saw a previous move that they were leaving some poor low around the 65.70. And then they went back up. They went back up all the way to 66 and change. You see coming into the initial balance and then the rejection. That's exactly what you want to see. You want to see the rejection. If you're going to be shorting that, have a very tight stop and then take your profits all the way down at 65.70. So I have one trade to give you guys overnight. Let me go to the E-mini and let's put this together again. See, what are we doing tonight? So far, value, at least value for today, was a bit higher from yesterday, right? We did original thought that we were going to have an inside day because that was what it was looking for with that wide range. We did settle inside the previous day range. Nothing wrong with that. But what to expect tonight? You guys recall this morning as we were dropping during the initial balances, my concern was, are we going to go inside the value area from Tuesday? If we are to move inside this 48, you have this 42 number, this point of control, as a target shorting the market back to 41.42 and eventually 41.20 and 41.17 to the downside for the E-mini. So pay close attention to those two numbers. I would really like for this ES Globex tonight to hold these two numbers so I can start go long looking for the close of this gap. I think we missed this gap by about 2 or 3 ticks, guys. I mean, we literally almost closed this gap from yesterday. We closed it today. As a matter of fact, I think the title for the video from last night, it was exactly that. I told you, will we, here it is, will we repair the gap? And I even pointed to you guys where the gap was on last night's video. So for tonight, please pay attention to the 41.48. Once we start going inside the 41.48, then the 41.42 could be a potential move for a bounce back. And if not, we'll be heading to test this 41.20. As you guys recall, that 41.20 is the top of my spike, of the spike that we printed back on April 9. We have not conducted a lot of business. As a matter of fact, yesterday we stopped right at the top of it, right on the 41.20s. Then we have 41.04 to still test. We haven't gone to those levels yet. And in reality, the market needs a little bit of a breather to take some more longs. I like the activity today, so I'll be monitoring overnight and keeping you guys posted in the Discord channel. If you guys are not part of the Discord channel, please come to eslive8.chat. That is eslive8.chat for you guys to come over on our Discord channel and join us. Premium members, they get access to everything. They get access to the live screen share that happens for the whole day. So, having said that, to the top, if we were to move above this area of value, area low, which is printing 41.62, I'll be looking for 67 as my first target, 67 for overnight, and then my 76, which is the value area high. So have those two numbers. If we break this 48, if we were to go inside this 48, look for the 41.42 and then 41.20 for the E-mini. Let's go quickly for oil trading. I already explained you what happened this morning. So now let's go and look at the whole picture on oil. Inventories were great. I mean, it was a bullish sign, but I think was already priced in based on the move from last night, API numbers. I think it was already baked in, and that's why we just see the retracement. So far, we have this gap from Monday. This gap has not been corrected, so pay attention to this. This can go all the way to 64.69, and then we have the the TPOC point of control, and we have singles right at 64. So my targets on oil is for, currently we are printing 65.18. Oil, if we drop right below this 65 number, right below 65, I'll be taking this target first, 64.70, and then eventually 64 even on my oil trade. Before I go long, I would like to see some type of consolidation right around the 65, maybe start developing some acceptance of price around this level, 65 and 65.70. Tuesday high was 65.70, and we settled right at it. I mean, today, what was the settlement for today? Today's settlement was 65.63, and yesterday's settle is right here, about 65.70. I remember clearly because that was one of the targets for this trade that we did today. So those are the moves that I'm seeing. This morning, we left some singles. I'm going to point this out to you guys. We left an area of singles on that move out of the oil. As we were dropping, let me move this out of the way. On the market profile, on the market profile, we left this area of singles right on the F period, I believe it is, or H. What's it? H period. When we dropped from that 66.20, we never went back into that number. So 65.85 to 65.75, only about 6 ticks. Still, I like to see where those are so I can get an idea what these guys are going to be targeting if we start moving higher, okay? Unless we go above 65.63, I am not taking any long trades on oil, especially tonight. I'll be waiting for tomorrow, Thursday, to start looking at shorting this 65.30, right? My goal for tonight is, you see where this point of control is, that is around 65.30, 65.35. Going short at that level, my stop 65.63 for tonight, and my target all the way at 65. My first target is going to be $65 even, so I can collect about 60 ticks, about 40 ticks in here, right? 40 ticks to the downside, I can collect those $400. My risk only about 23 ticks, right? My risk going short 65.40. My first target is to collect 40 ticks, and my next target is to go all the way to 64.70. That's gonna give you about 70 ticks total as we go all the way down on oil. Eventually, we can go all the way to 64 and collect the 1400, which will be really, really great. Okay, guys, so that's what I have for you guys on both markets, oil and the Emini for tonight. And as a preparation for tomorrow, what to look in the markets, we'll be seeing you tomorrow in the trading room at 8:30 as the market opens. Again, thank you so much for watching these videos. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so. Click that notification bell so you get notifications every time we go live on YouTube, or every time there is a brand new video posted there. All right. Don't forget eslive8.com, and don't forget at 11 a.m. every day we are live on YouTube, giving you guys insights about the market and some of the stocks that we trade in the room. Okay, thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care. God bless. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow in the trading room.